back, but on the side of Into the Breach, a lot of physical damage ready to go. Kunkka, PA, and Lycan. If it gets to a certain point, these heroes are going to hit hard.
I do think, I think a lot of the stuff they talked about on the panel is pretty much exactly how this game is going to go down, right? You have one side that really needs to bide their time and get to scale, and the other side that's just exceptionally strong around the 15-20 minute mark, which is, of course, the Team Ball Reborn lineup. I'm going to call them Team Ball this game. They're literally just going to ball up and run at stuff. That's all their lineup does. It doesn't really have particularly much skirmishing power. Slightly combination plays between the Nyx and Timber, perhaps. But aside from that, it's going to be, all right, we get out of our lanes, we get our key items, we kill Roche, and then we go push towers, right? And I don't know, man. You're playing against Radix, right? This is his best hero in Timbersaw. You give it away first phase. You don't counterpick it at all, in my opinion. I don't think I've seen this good of a Timber game in a very long time. I have a hard time not like strongly siding with Team Bald Reborn in this game. I think Into the Breach have a lot to... They need to solve a lot here, and they're going to give first blood away to Radix, Speak of the Devil. He's going to have even a head start here on the Timber. It will be a 2-for-1 rune trade, as Lycan denied one. So 2 runes go the way of Into the Breach, and 1 to Team Bald, and they then get the first blood. So, yeah, I think Radix is the game to the hero to watch in this game. Timbersaw going to be playing together with Oracle. Should be a very easy lane matchup playing into PA Bane. As soon as Timber hits level 3, you can honestly just leave this lane as Bane. Like, Timber can't really die with 2 points from reactive armor. Mid lane we have DP against Kunkka. I would say this is a DP favorite matchup for Excalibur. He did very well in lane last game, Lina against Puck. And then bottom lane, it is Gorg, Pablo with Bristle and Nyx against Clock, Lycan. I think both Bristle and Lycan will farm here. Over time, though, I do think Bristle will pull ahead. He will be able to push out the lane, and he can go farm hard camp. Maybe even look for a kill if he goes for an aggressive build with a point and goo early. It's not out of the question. Like, Clock, Lycan sounds like a pretty damn terrible lane if you think about it. Yeah, like, they don't have really good synergy. They don't have any kill potential. They're just there. So I think Gorg will, at the very least, be free farming here.
And I guess that's certainly over on that side of things. You know, you stay on the top lane, the off lane for Team Bold. There'll be a point where Radix can be left alone. Does that ever really come about for Symmetrical, or is he going to need to have Tanner by his side down here?
He needs Tanner here, for sure. As soon as Gorg gets any skill point in goo, if he starts gooing and running at the Lycan, he has to TP out, but he can't do that against Nyx. So if Clock isn't there as like a wall in between them with Cogs, they will find the kill. And an added insult to injury here for the Lycan is also, it's really difficult to control your wolves in this lane. As soon as Bristle hits level 3, I think 3 Quill Sprays will kill the wolves from full HP. See, he almost kills both of them there with level 1 Quill. And that also effectively means that Symmetrical will be struggling to find farm, because he can't use his wolves for the last hit advantage that Lycan usually wins or equalizes the lane by, as Gorg can easily shove them out. You see currently 11 for 0 against 5 and 4. So has found a couple denies, but Gorg easily going to be winning this on the net worth, no problem. Good harass there. Pablo going to skill Mana Burn on level 2. I think it's a very good choice. Lycan, obviously fully dependent on the wolves, like we talked about. Mana Burn him out. He can't summon them. It's going to be very, very easy for Bristle here.
Yeah, Gorg should be feeling pretty good. And you feel like overall the Bristol pick really fits the style that Team Bold want to play?
I think it's fine. I think they're kind of doubling down on an idea. If we want to bring up last game as an example, they had like a different approach to that game. I know what they were going for. It didn't really work. I think in this game, the strategy is a lot more straightforward. And there were 2 ways of taking this. One was getting a hyper carry and letting Timber and DP just set the tempo and let that hyper carry scale. And the other one is doubling down on this insane mid game, which is what they've done. I think both approaches are completely viable. It's about knowing how to play it and executing it with the right timing. So, and I do think they made a really good call identifying that this was the kind of game that you can ball in, because Timbersaw and DP's matchups in this game are just so excellent that you should be able to pull it off if you do it right. It's not, you're not like really second guessing yourself a lot in the draft. You're like, can we really do this, guys? Is it too all in? It doesn't really feel all in to me. It's also not, you're not losing the game minute 30 if you haven't taken racks, right? Like, your lineup can still scale here. Timbersaw, DP, and Bristle all have late game potential. Nice harass here from Tanner. The wolves will die though. Angle's done.
He might just be dead. He's got a fair few Quill Spray stacks up on him. He's gone. Easy turn there for Team Bold.
Well, it was nice until it wasn't nice anymore.
Yeah.
So Gork's going to get full HP here. Salve and Drink of Health. Going to be quite telling what build he goes. I think what I would like to see here is just Vanguard straight Ags. Just be full on this
Vanguard's very good here.
Just like the siege tank, right? Get the Vanguard against the Lycan and the Pia and the Kunkka, and then you just go Ag so that you hit this mid-game timing around minute 15 to 20, where your entire lineup just goes together, kills Roche, and then pushes high ground. You put Goo on every enemy hero together with Death Prophet ult. It's really, really strong as a combo, so I think that would be a great solution here.
Yeah, and I guess that really is the thing as well, right? For Team Bold, when they're coming in with these pushes, the D push, it's just not really there from Into the Breach's heroes, right?
I think what Into the Breach need to do, on the other hand, is you need to, first of all, get Lycan his Helm of the Dominator, right? And I think you want to try to split up the map so that you're constantly forcing Team Bald Reborn to not group up.
Yeah.
That's got to be the name of the game, is avoiding that almost on paper unwinnable team fight. It almost feels that way. You don't really want to count them out that easily, but heavily favor team fight for the Radiant. So the Dyer's lineup, your goal is Lycan split pushes, you have Kunkka pushing out waves, you have Clockwork rocketing out waves, and just creating chaos around the map so that Team Bold Reborn never get to just go and do that Roche or go and take that tower that they want to. So I really think Symmetrical's Lycan is actually the key hero in this game. Unfortunately, his laning stage is not going all too well. Also not terrible. He has 19 CS to Gork's 34 now, of which some are wolves. So, and yeah, Radjix is free farming. He's level 5, 3 points in reactive armor. There's nothing that's going to stop him up here at all.
I mean, once he's 6, can Koma really lane here?
I don't think so. Not for very long, anyway. It's not just him either. Ixon is also here for some serious magic burst. Oh, it might have overstepped. Really good identification here from Koma. That's an easy punish for him, but he needed to make that call quickly and recognize that that was just a freebie. Nicely done.
See around the 6-minute rune here. It's going to end up dropping top, so Excalibur, he'll take that DD rune. And he'll be on the look for potential to take this tower down if the chance arises. Still holding on to that skill point.
Yep. Would love to see a Nyx gank onto the Kunkka here, together with Oracle. This is a really good play from Bald if they pull it off. They might not get the full tower, but they will force so much rotation from the enemy team that they're already starting to take charge of the game.
Yeah, it's going to be a heavy push with DD, Exorcism, and a Siege Creep if they want to commit.
Yep. You can tell Ads is aware that this is not a 1 DP push here.
Let's see what backup they bring in. LeBron is going to head over, but he's just seeing Xantic struggling to get in onto Excalibur. The tower.
They can't hold it.
It's going to be.
They just don't have anything.
Falling so quickly.
Great stun.
Oh, beautiful stuff from Pablo. Comes in, and that's going to set up for taking down Xantic and probably Tanner as well. As the Ghosts continue to chase him, the Siphon continues to drain him down. Pablo, I mean, he's been doing it 3 games in a row so far. Some great support play. And that's the tower gone. 7 minutes in. All, starting to... completely on track, really, for Team Bold's game plan in the early game here.
For sure. I think this is it's a very straightforward position to be in, right? Every exorcism is just a tower. That's what it feels like. It's a tower.
Yeah, how do they hold?
Right? The Dire lineup's team fight is literally Kunkka. So if Oracle is in position to protect whoever gets X-marked, I don't think it's going to be that challenging for the foreseeable future for Team Bald to just take objectives. That's a very dead. Clockwork up top. Whirling Death. Easy work here for Radjix. I think what you do here, you start pushing top with these heroes. Timber can take this tower on his own. You don't even need to go and exo that. Just save it for something else. DPP can either look to exo top tier 2 or can look to Roche when Bristle has a couple of points up in the goo. And you just keep pushing waves, keep putting pressure, and avoid getting killed. Just don't die, lol. It's not too difficult until the supports hit level 6 on the Dire, and we're at least 2 minutes off that. Clockwork is level 3. That is rough. Tanner has nowhere to gank right now. Really will need the tome, and that means in turn Bane has to take lane experience to get level 6. I wonder, like, it's in moments like these that it would be really interesting to hear team communication, right? Like, I wonder what the Dire plan is right now, because for me, I'm looking at the Radiant's plan and I don't need to hear them say anything. Like, I feel like I can just watch this game and I know what they need to do and what they're going to do, right? But what are the Dire thinking in this moment right now? Like, what do Into the Breach want to do? Are they like, okay, guys, are they like stressing out? We need to push bottom. We're losing the map. Are they just like, just chill, guys, just farm up. We're going to get PA fat, and then we're going to win this game with Lycan ult or Ags.
I think that's got to be what it is from Into the Breach, right?
It's just a very... Like, it's a simple game plan, but it's also very, very prone to error. Because if anything goes wrong when you're playing like that, and you lose a couple of heroes, you can very easily just lose the entire map, right? This is a good push. They're going to use Lycan, the key hero of the game, as we mentioned earlier. He's going to use his Helm the Dominator and a Satyr Banisher, just going to push the tower. Now, usually what Lycan wants to do here is he either wants to dive mid with Shapeshift and kill someone there and then take mid tower, or he wants to keep pressuring bottom relentlessly and force the enemy team to rotate down there all the time. I think that approach is probably better this game. The mid play is unlikely to work against the Radiant lineup. The heroes are just too tanky to dive, so keep playing this bottom lane as a split pusher and farm Axe, I guess? Do you even want Helm of the Overlord here? I don't know. I think that's too slow. I think he needs Axe for his PA. I
mean, the one about, because PA is going for the Battle Fury build, so they do want to, kind of sit AFK for a fair bit and hope that Team Bold don't take too much from them.
I wonder if they can pull that off. We're talking 20 minutes of stalling, if you want to get there. Shapeshift. Nightmare into grip on Gorg.
And he's got the Vanguard, which
is
helping him out quite a bit, but the Torrent boat coming down.
I actually think he could have saved. But it looked like a team call to just let me die, right? But I think Ixen could have made it there in time with Fate's Edict and a heal, blocked the entire boat damage, and Gorg could have turned around. I think he actually could have lived. But that's good for Into the Breach. They needed something. It did cost them a Shapeshift and a Fiend script, but at least, they kill a core, they stall out, they buy some time. Imagine Symmetrical just goes straight back down to bottom lane, keeps pushing that in. Tanner is getting some much needed space on the Clockwork top. He finds he is level 6 now, almost level 7. I think Clockwork's job in this game is find Oracle, right? Like that's all you got to do. Oracle, maybe Nyx in some edge cases, but if you jump on any of the other 3 heroes, you actually just kill yourself, right? You don't want to jump Timber most of the time. No. That's really bad. Bristle is almost unkillable for you, and the DP, you're just setting up a free Siphon for her with Oracle behind. So yeah, you got to isolate supports. It's your #1 priority all game, pretty much.
We'll see LeBron coming out with a solo smoke to do some D-warding here by the looks of it.
Gorg is going Crimson Guard.
Oh, the Crimson Rush.
Yeah. Okay, that's a bit more all-in than the Ags.
I think they want to go all in. They know this PA is building a Battle Fury, and they want to end it. They want to get these early items, these auras, and run down lanes and head up to the high ground as soon as possible.
Ironically, I think the Ags is a better item for ending the game quickly, to be honest. I think the Crimson Guard is solving a problem that they don't really have. I guess he's buying it because he wants to protect his Oracle from the Lycan, right?
Yeah, from the summons.
But it's not really necessary to protect the Oracle from the Lycan with items. I think you're protecting it with heroes. If either Timber or Bristle is close to Oracle in the fight, the Wolves die too fast. Or just, even if you kill the Oracle, a lot of the times, like, so what, right? Can you kill the next hero? If you kill Oracle, usually it leads to something, but I still need to see how they're going to get the next step in the fight. We're going to protect Ixen here. Nice hook shot.
Yeah, straight over towards the Oracle. He's caught in the cogs. Ixen gets taken out. We'll be able to get the false promise off in time on Radix. So Radix backing away. Sees the Magical looking from the side, but he's not able to get in on this. The 3 cores standing hand in hand there on Team Bold. That's not a three core moment that you want to run into as a Lycan.
That's nice from Into the Breach, though. They get us, even if it's only the Oracle, it's buying time. They didn't lose the tower. Exo wasn't used, though, so I think, yep, it's Roche time. You just go.
They're not going to stop you. There's no hook shot.
This Roche is gone, but despite that, I still think it's good from Into the Breach to make this move at mid. I think they're destined to lose this Roche in this game. I don't think their lineup will ever get the first one. So now the challenge is to prevent Team Bald from using this Roche to get something really important. Like, if you can hold, let's say you hold all your tier 2s for another 10 minutes, I think you have a really good shot at this game. And in my opinion, the hardest part of this game starts in 2 minutes when DP has Exo again. So you need to brace yourselves for that. PA is close to Battle Fury. 400 gold away, so that's a timer that's ticking now. Lycan will go Helm of the Overlord once again. Not sure about that choice, if it's the right one. It might be very good. I do see some heroes that deal with the Ancient Creep pretty well, right? DP, Bristle, Timber, all handle it pretty well, but maybe it's just that added pressure on the other side of the map, right? Like forcing rotation is the logic for Symmetrical here. I hope it's not just, you know, straight up autopilot. Oh, I'm like, and I'm buying this item every game, right?
I'm
like,
sure he's thought about it. You know, he's done the calculations.
But I like the split push approach. If that's what he's going to use it for, I can definitely see it working out for the extra pressure. And I would imagine it's Ags after that. Clockwork. Nice cogs. You can just TP out. Oh. All right. Space.
All right, and Battle Fury's done. So the farm will continue. And is this a game when...
Nice. Gork changed his mind.
What's he got?
He's going Ags.
Hey.
Listening to the stream.
He was it, yeah. He agrees with your send. And he's going to have a good time halfway there. But then so you feel with the Vanguard and the Ags, that is a point where Team Bold are going to be very strong at just being able to push and just charge in at any sort of attempt from into the breach to hold a tower.
Oh, Lycan has to shapeshift defensively. That always feels bad. He's using it just to get away. Yeah, I think so. Get Gork his Ags. DP gets Kaya Sanj. And you can honestly just go off that. Gork should be totally fine here. Axon just needs to run away.
They're going to try and go for the goal with the hook shot.
He's not going to be able to do anything.
And he's got the Aegis Gorg, of course.
They can't kill him even once. I don't think so. He has stick.
And Ixon's ready with backup. It's needed. Good grip actually from LeBron. It's going to stop Ixon from being able to get in, and they will be able to take down the two of them. As they wrap around, they have the hoot stomp from the Centaur. That's the Aegis gone. We'll see if Gorg can fight back here with the help of Pablo. As Rajic's coming in, they'll have the control for LeBron.
That is still very good for Into the Breach. They got rid of the Aegis. I think what made that so successful for them was, so I was saying they couldn't kill Gork once, and I actually think they couldn't. The reason they find this kill is that they wrap around the Oracle and find Ixon before the ulti comes out. So if the Oracle ult goes out on the Bristle there and then he gets gripped, Gork doesn't even die once. But they managed to set it up in such a way that Bane found Oracle just in time before the save comes in. And that's the ideal scenario, so very well done for them. Gonna be counterglyphing this top wave. I think this tower is going to fall now. There's no shapeshift, no ghost ship, no grip. So they get the Aegis, but they will lose the tower. So this Timbersaw peak hour is gonna tank it non-stop. Gonna get healed by Ixon as well.
And to the breach. Take the opportunity to take that mid tower down.
Oh, Pablo's finding Lycan. This could be big. They are going to start TPing in some help for this kill. They know he doesn't have shapeshift if they've kept close track. At this point, it's probably a guess for them whether he has it or not, but they're just going to assume he doesn't. 5 seconds. It's about go time now if they want to find this kill. It's a good nightmare.
He's not gonna be able to get it off there. Purifying Flames and a Crypt Swarm take him out. And they've got the creep wave pushing in, so we'll see if they want to try and go for the tier 2s. Symmetrical trying to use the creep here to cut waves, but a wave's already been let past, so Team Bold will be able to get some damage done to this mid tier 2 tower. Ghost out from Excalibur, he's ready to commit for this objective and keeps on track with this early objective timing. Dive in as well, they've got the catch on to LeBron. And he's going to try and run. Turns with a brain stab, but the Siphon from Excalibur.
Oh,
Ghost. Oh, not quite enough, but he's got the salve. A little bit of mercy there from Excalibur as he lets LeBron live, doesn't want to dive further. Focus his attention back on the tower. So another lane where they've cleared out both the tier 1s and the tier 2s. Now just need to work on the bottom one.
It's understandable. He didn't have Oracle and immediate backup, so if he overdives there and gets caught by a hookshot or something in the base, he could actually die trying to kill a Bane 5. Like, is that even worth it? Probably not worth taking the risk, so it's unfortunate he didn't fight the kill there, but doesn't really matter that much for him. Like in Shapeshift, they found Radix. They're really committing to this one.
So they can take him down. I mean, Ixon has got the false promise and it's ready to go. Up to the high ground, Radix is away. Ixon will go down. LeBron's got the control of the Fiend's grip. Radix, another timber change to the side, and for all the regen that he has, it's enough to help him live. After the false promise comes to an end, another drag back with the X-Mark, but they don't land the torrent, and Radix is able to break away once more. Timber chain down to the low ground, he's out of there. Gorg has been left behind though, and he will die, surrounded by Into the Breach. Gorg gets left on the high ground.
This is something that Team Bold needs to pay a lot of attention to with their lineup, right? They're really, really strong as a unit, but if they get into any outnumbered fights, like 3v5, 4v5, or 3v4 like this, the damage that they have takes quite a bit of time to deliver, right? They had a DP with no ult, so she left and went top. Timber is overcutting bottom with protection from Ixen. In that situation, you either just cut your Oracle and you're like, whatever. We forced the rotation and Timber stayed alive. Or you commit to the fight fully and then you have more heroes. But they were caught in this like awkward limbo in the middle, and that is going to net the Dire 2 kills and some much needed breathing room. I mean, we keep talking about this narrative like they're under a lot of pressure. It doesn't really feel like the Team Bald Reborn lineup is pressuring them as much as I was expecting.
I mean, honestly, I'm looking at this PA and I feel that this hero is going to carry. You know, it's the top of the net worth, despite the fact that Team Bald have tried to take away map control with these early tier 1s and tier 2s. This PA is still in prime position to carry a few more items underneath the belt of Coma, and this is not going to be an easy hero to deal with. Do you like the sort of build-up as well from Coma this game, rather than sort of this Deso BKB, going for the Manta Skadi?
I don't know how good I think the Manta is. Is he just wants a value item to remove DP silence, I guess? Because like you said, you could just consider going for something else, right? You could just go into the Deso, you could get BKB for value against Timber. I understand why he doesn't want BKB, to be honest. I don't know if that's that good, but Deso Satanic could be a thing.
The Skadi's going to be very effective, right? A lot of tanky heroes
very good here,
where the regen's going to be working strong. So with sort of the Skadi and the PA shard alone, that's going to destroy some of the heroes that Team Bald have if Coma can get to that point.
Makes you wonder if he could have gone Skadi straight away instead of the Manta in between.
I mean, he might go Yasha Skadi.
It doesn't look like it. He still has the recipe queued. He's
true. Okay, so. Finishing it.
But yeah, Yasha Skadi wouldn't necessarily have been bad either. Yeah, he just wants to ramp it up.
Yep.
They're going to take the top tower. And now Team Bald Reborn going to go bot. Yeah, it does feel like every passing minute, the fact that Team Bald Reborn have only been able to find 7 kills in 21 minutes, they've taken every tower now. They need the next Roche, and then they need to break high ground with that.
Yeah,
if that fails, it's starting... Like, I just imagined they would be in a better position at this time in the game. But it is starting to... Time is starting to tick. The reason I didn't mind them even going slightly later is I think their lineup can inherently deal okay-ish with the PA if they're all farmed, but they're getting out-farmed as well, right? So it's not like... They're only getting the towers. It's the only advantage they're finding in the game right now. Pablo is going to find Symmetrical, and he should live. Missed the Whirling Death, and he's out. For Shapeshift. And they kill Bane. Maybe, maybe not. No, they have no Yule.
That's a way. I mean,
it's rush time though.
Yeah, that's true. Team Bald are in position for this. So they get this, and as you say, with this age issue, you feel that they do need to be breaking the base.
Who do you give the shard to? I think you give it to Timber, right? I think Flamethrower is probably better than Hairball.
Yeah.
You want the push power, right? You just want as much as possible to just destroy these towers.
No, for sure, yeah. I think you get out Magic.
I think Flamethrower is really good. He has enough mana to support it as well. He does have Soul Ring and Lotus.
Oh! He's
nice
timed it quite nicely, but not quite good enough. Tana not able to get the steal there as Team Bald, they get the kill and they get the Aegis on Radix.
They get the Aegis on Radix?
I've taken both.
True.
I mean, maybe a bit of panic there because obviously the steal was being attempted, but also obviously they know that Radix, he's going to be the one on the high ground hitting the tower. Yeah,
since they give him the Flamethrower, the Aegis has a lot more value on him, right? Because now he can actually threaten the base. So I think it's okay. I think if they had free choice, they would still probably given it to Gork, but...
Well, that was the Fiend script used, so they're not going to have the Fiend script for this defense.
Yeah. This is probably just a flat-out high ground go from Bald, and...
What is that noise?
It's a Bane grip on... It's a bug that happens sometimes when Bane grips something. Well,
there we go.
The game could literally end in 2 minutes.
I mean, this
or
is it.
Could go for another 30.
This is the test here for Team Bald's draft. Have they reached the point where they can close it up? There's a tier 3 going down very quickly. Onto the racks. Can into the breach hold against this, or Team Bald hit the timing perfectly. Getting away with quite a bit of damage so far, Team Bald. Into the breach, they're going to try and start things onto Excalibur. Immediately from Ike's and a false promise comes down to the Death Prophet. Symmetrical trying to run over to the back lines. They're keeping Excalibur alive, back up to full HP off the back of that. In fact, the Lycan's in trouble. Symmetrical will die as they'll finish off this melee Rax. Radix diving in under the tier 4s to kill off Tanner as well. They get the objective. Are they able to back off? I mean, they want to stick around for the range Rax as well by the looks of it. They know with Tanner and Symmetrical down, a defense is pretty much impossible for Into the Breach right now. So Team Bold, they get exactly what they needed to do here. So Coma's trying to jump. Whoa, my goodness. He went for it, and, well, he didn't get it. He did not get it at all, as LeBron also dead. And, well, then they don't only get a set of racks, they also get a fair few kills. Ragic's toying around with Xantic as low HP as he is. They'll lose the Aegis, but they get the team wipe. Into the Breach, they decide to give Team Bold a little bit of a bonus off the back of losing their racks.
And I don't think Ragic's minds losing that Aegis that much. He was
Not
almost
at all.
out of mana. He just wants to push. So he's straight back up with Flamethrower.
Tanner.
Oh, that is not going to go well for Tanner. He has Ags so that he can miss the second hook.
Well, I think any chance of Into the Breach holding and turning it around might have just been thrown away there in the last minute of play. As Team Bold, I think this is all set for them to clean up as quickly and smoothly as they had planned initially.
At least he was a bully in high school. So, but that was... he put all his skill points into that, and not so much into accuracy.
Let's see what they can get.
Good damage from both teams, really.
I was going to say, Coma's got to be careful here.
Oh,
He's straight up dead again. All right, well, I think they may just be able to close it up then with Xantic and Coma out, no buyback. Team Bold, they did it well. They had to hit the timing there with that Aegis, and they really did. Taking the mid-racks, taking huge back-to-back fights. Still sticking around, of course. I mean, once they see the two cores not coming back into play, they got no reason to go away. And Ragix, as we saw, perfect choice to build up with the Aegis and the Shard. He really got the job done with that Roche pickup.
Yeah, and I think the single strongest item pickup here is that Ags on the Bristle, right? And that long engage we had in mid, Gork, I think, got max stacks of goo on like 4 or 5 heroes.
Yeah.
And they're just constantly being whittled away at with Quills, with the DP ulti, with Chakrams, just random spread damage non-stop, and it just becomes overwhelming. This is the second lane of Barracks. They can't fight without their Kunkka. They might try, but really, you know, when you see this unfold, we're kind of questioning this Manta from PA. I don't really know what it is.
If that was a BKB
really
when he jumped in early, he probably would have killed a fair few heroes.
Maybe, or if it's a Deso, right? Like maybe he has what it takes to find this kill on Bristle or find this kill on the Timber when he's committing for it, but the Manta just is in really bad value in terms of damage per gold. So you want the Dispel from it to pay off in a big way, and it just doesn't in this situation here. So we're getting a little bit of a replay from the second hook shot. I think he's trying to hit a neutral camp there to get out maybe, but well, he does farm some shards, if only that worked in lobbies, but obviously the tips are purely cosmetic.
I mean, that was just a whole sort of rough set of actions there from Into the Breach. They could have absolutely just let that mid-racks go. Coma doesn't jump in, they don't try and fight. Then suddenly they're not losing 2 team fights back-to-back, and they're not losing the second set of racks as well. But
it's easy to understand that they're getting desperate, right? Like, yeah, their house is on fire, and
sure,
they're trying
they feel pressured.
They find the tiniest little bucket of water that they have, but the fire's already a little bit too rampant there, right? Gork will get cleaved for 5% of his health. This feels like an all-in play onto the Oracle. They really need to get this kill.
I mean, Ixon's going to be able to get the false promise off. It's not happening anymore. Into the Breach, they've got to run.
Oh, he even gets a root on Lycan.
They do get a good grip onto Excalibur. Have they got the damage? They don't. Excalibur's able to get the BKB off, and now they're ready for the turnaround. As Into the Breach, they've got to run, but they can't. Tanner dies on the front of it all, and Xantic's have to split off to the side. They're running down Ixon. They will be able to kill off that Oracle, but can they get themselves away to safety? Coma tries to TP out, but they've got a stun at the ready. Pablo puts the stop to Coma's attempted escape as this PA out of the game for a minute. Team Bold, another easy fight for them to take, and in position to push down and ready to threaten the third final set of racks, and almost certainly the game here.
You know, if you're spending 15 seconds on your position 1 and 3 to kill the 5 Oracle with 1 Ghost Scepter in the backline, yeah, you know you're in trouble. If it takes that long to execute that one move, and the rest of their heroes just couldn't get through the front wall, right? So, yeah, looks like that's all, folks. Unless they could somehow pull out a miraculous defense here without their PA. 20 seconds is too long to wait. That's mega creeps. They have to fight 4v5 right now. Ragix is playing 1v4. How about that? They can't do anything about it.
It's that, you know, as you said, this is something that you can expect to happen when you let Ragix get his Timber.
Well, especially if you don't solve it. You can let him get his best hero, that's okay, but I'm not really feeling the counters here.
Well,
Lotus.
I'm going to try and throw everything at Rajik's here.
He has Hex for PA.
I'm bringing him low.
He didn't use his Hex.
And Adzantic.
He forgot he had it?
He's dead. Out for a minute. Gorg beating them back to the fountain here as into the breach. They've got nothing left to hold with.
More like into the base.
Hey. There we have it. GG is called.
Sometimes I hate myself, but then I remember when I make an anti-joke like that. I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, yeah, that was a beatdown.
That really was. Yeah.
In all fairness, though,